YouTube fans out there, I thought of a little experimental dish that may be kind of fun. It's called top ramen chicken. I feed my family only the finest. So, where I shop, we get these twin packs of chickens. These are giant chickens, but yeah, it comes in a twin pack. I cut some herbs from the garden. I got thyme, sage, and some rosemary. I'm gonna, divide stuff that in both chickens. Plus a couple of lemons and 4 packs of ramen. And these are the green onions that are about past their prime, a little drying out. So I'm gonna cut them up and mix it with the packets of top ramen to make like sort of a topping. All right, so what I did is I took the ramen packets out. There's 4 packets of ramen that I'm gonna save in a Ziploc bag. You'll see what we do later with this, in the part 2 of this same episode. So I've got 4 packets of ramen. I'm gonna dump it here in the food processor. All this delicious ramen bouillon that they give you. They call that bouillon, I don't know, spice packet. And then, make sure I get all that out. Part of our topping here. And then I'm gonna grab these onions. See, these onions came from grocery store onions that all I did is basically, once you cut the grocery store onions, you can actually, put them in a glass of water and you got another set of onions. And these things are past their prime, so I'm gonna throw these away. I've already used them twice. So that's pretty good use of green onions. Most people don't do it because green onions are just super cheap. I don't know, $1 for like a whole bunch in the grocery store. This is more than enough for what I need, so I'm just gonna clip them up with kitchen scissors. I don't need to clip them super fine because the food processor is gonna do it. And this is gonna be like our paste, so to speak, for the top of the chicken. All right, so we're gonna cut this lemon just in half like this. Each one for each chicken. We got our herbs, we have them pre-rinsed, and we got our 2 chickens. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna try to use the same way so it's just easier for me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna divide these herbs up. So kind of break them up a little bit. And get some of that, make sure I get some thyme in each one. That's about even. Let's shove a half a lemon in first. Into the cavity, shove the herbs in, and another lemon to kind of hold it a little bit on top. There we go. Same thing with the other one. Super easy, guys. Shove that in. Work with these herbs a little bit. Sticks and everything, it doesn't matter. This one maybe has a little bit more herbs in it, whatever. It's just for steaming purposes. It'll give it the same flavor, I'm sure. There we go. And these herbs we grow in the backyard just all year round. In California, where they grow, just herbs all year round. It's kind of the blessing of living in a Mediterranean-ish climate. Okay, and now I'm going to put on the, so I blended up what we talked about earlier, the top ramen seasoning and the green onions that we just repurposed from the grocery store. Make sure you get all this goodness. Don't cut yourself on this blade. Super sharp, serrated blade. Okay. So, top ramen chicken. Doesn't look like a whole lot of spice mix, but this is 4 packets of spice, so we're going to make this, hopefully this will go around. It's like looking like a little spice paste in here. Trying to get it all. Top ramen chicken. Okay. So let's divide that kind of evenly right there. That's some potent, concentrated stuff right there.
Smells good though.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be delicious. I think. It's an experiment.
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes right because 2 whole chickens here, so we gotta just kind of rub it in. It's like a see, look at that. Oh, that's super concentrated. It's all that yellow is coming out, and that's, I don't know, maybe they put turmeric in the spice mix or something, who knows. But get it everywhere, on the legs, on the wings, everywhere. Get that spice rub on there. So make sure you take it off your hands. Should be delicious, huh?
Yeah.
Get this one, spread it out. Sort of like a cross between the Colombian chicken I've made and, you know, the Colombian chicken you saw in there. It's kind of the same concept, just using green onions. There's more in the paste in the Colombian chicken. There's like cilantro in there. But this, I'm just experimenting because this is exactly what I would put in top ramen, just aside from the egg. I always drop an egg in there. So I just put green onion and the top ramen seasoning it comes with, and it's just basic, and it's good. And so I'm just gonna spread this out, and what I'm gonna do later, I'm gonna wrap this in saran, so I'm not ready to cook this yet. It's like it's 12 noon, so it's time for us to eat lunch, but I'm gonna wrap this up and let the flavors kind of soak in there until maybe about 4:30 or 5, and then cook this for like, well, I'll give you those instructions later, but I'm gonna drop some beer in here, you'll see that, and yeah, we'll film that in a bit. We'll see that next. Hey YouTubers, these chickens have been marinating for about, I don't know, 4 hours, 3 hours, something like that. And here's the beer. I'm not a big wheat beer drinker, but it is a great cooking beer. So let's go ahead and open these up. I'm going to pour this beer in the bottom of the pan. It's an important step to kind of keep the moisture in there. I think one beer, maybe one more beer. Maybe one more beer. Drink a little bit of it. It's not usually the type of beer I drink, but it is a great cooking beer. Okay, so we're going to put this in the oven for 2 hours at 425. On the bottom third of the oven. So that's, you want it kind of sitting there like that. See you later. All right, everyone. We have some chicken ready to eat. If we wanted to, we can make some gravy out of this liquid right here. But we have the chickens perfectly cooked, and we'll tell you how it is. What do you think?
It's good.
Yeah?
Well, I can taste the ramen.
Ramen flavor?
Yeah, the ramen flavor has come through.
So it came through. It looks pretty good.
Super duper tender.
Okay.
Juicy.
So success. Ramen chicken.
Yes.
Part 1. Same episode. Alright. So just to show you just how much of a value this meal has become, the kids all love it. These herbs steamed it real nice. It was still hot even after resting for like a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. We have this meat left over. We also have this meat left over from the second chicken. So just an insane amount of meat left over. What a value. Let's see what happens with the rest of the ramen chicken. Okay guys, this is Monday night number 2 of ramen chicken. You can see what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna put some stuff and make a chicken. This is some leek that I chopped up and put it in a pot. And this will go into the ramen noodle soup I'll be making with leftover chicken. Some ginger, and I got some carrots in the fridge. I'll cut those up, and that's what's gonna happen. And and the bouillon I use, the chicken stock, I make it out of this stuff. It's real easy. Okay, follow the instructions on the thing, on the jar. You guys remember all this leftover chicken we had? Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna use all of it because it's a lot. So what I got in the pot, and I'm just kind of putting it on like a high setting, just kind of cooking it down, stirring it real good. I got, a little California olive oil put in here. I got about 4 leeks, well, they're small leeks, so I'm gonna say 2 leeks, about 4 carrots, and a tablespoon of ginger, and what else did I put in here? Oh, celery. Yes, and about 4 pieces of celery. So that's going to be my what I'm starting out with when I'm kind of cooking the vegetables down. So let that cook down. And then next thing is we're going to add our bouillon and we're going to add our meat. Seriously, guys, I mean, this is plenty for a good-sized pot of chicken noodle soup. I got all this left over. Nice. All right, guys. So back to this thing. I said follow the instructions, but just in case you never use this, all you do is you add, you basically are making chicken stock. So you add a tablespoon per cup. and you get this. And you gotta stir it around, of course, and then I add, let's see, so 8 cups total for this big old pot of soup I'm making. So I figured that would be just about more than enough for our little family. Okay, back to the pot. So I stirred the chicken in. You can kind of see that chicken. And I got my vegetables all sauteed and my chicken stock. Now I'm gonna let this boil. Okay, I'm not gonna add the noodles yet. All right, basic chicken noodle soup. You guys remember all the leftover ramen we had? Well, I kind of don't want to leave it long like ramen because I want it to be like chicken noodle soup. So that'd be like shorter noodles, not long, perm hair noodles. So I'm gonna just pick it up in the bag, real simple, and then add it to the soup after it boils. Okay, hey guys, we got a boiling pot. Let's go ahead and add our ramen and turn her down. Turn down first. Add the ramen, crushed up ramen. I want these noodles to be crazy soft. They might be. Whatever. It's chicken noodle soup with ramen. Ramen chicken noodle soup. Put that in there. That's gonna be a hearty. That's gonna be a lot like ramen. Pretty hearty. Hope it turns out. I don't know. Let's say keep it on low for about, I don't know, half hour. It'll eventually stop boiling. So, all right, half hour, simmer, and it's ready after it cools. All right, I might as well just face it. I just made really fancy top ramen. The noodles got a little swollen in there. I kind of figured as much, but hopefully it's delicious. All right.
Yeah, the ramen's really good.
Okay. So I'm not allowed to film the other members of the household tonight, but they think it's good? You guys think it's good with voices?
2 thumbs up.
Okay. And a cough. And the reason why I even filmed all this, like who cares? Like top ramen chicken, not a huge invention. But I'm just trying to show that if you buy 2 chickens and you have your own garden, all the leeks came from the garden, the herbs came from the garden. And the most expensive thing in both meals was the chicken. And the chicken, I'll extend that for like 3 meals because maybe even 4. I had like a ton of chicken left over. So just to show you what you can do, a little imagination and not much money. All right, bye.